channel and welcome to another video. This video is for all of the aspiring flight attendants out there. I'll be giving 5 tips for your face-to-face interview so that you can become a flight attendant and hopefully be flying with me. If not, any airline will do, of course. You'll love it regardless. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Toya and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I absolutely love it, and on this channel I talk all things flight attendant life, travel, lifestyle. So if you're into any of that or all of that, make sure you subscribe below. But let's get right into these tips. Tip number 5, during your face-to-face interview, make sure you're engaging with everyone, even during breaks. One of the scenarios that you'll go through is when you have to work with other candidates or potential coworkers. So you want to make sure you're interacting because you will be monitored. They're going to monitor how you work with other people. What type of person are you when you think no one's watching? So just make sure you're engaging even during breaks. Tip number 4, and it may seem so silly to you, and that is to smile. That's basically your business card. It's the first thing people see. Depending on when you watch this, you may have your face-to-face interview with a mask on, but there is a such thing as smiles or smiling with your eyes. And it's so easy to not smile. You're going to this face-to-face interview. For a lot of you, it's probably your dream career. So you're super nervous and you're trying to, in your mind, go over at all of the interview questions that they could possibly ask you. And it's so easy to get caught up in everything, just trying to remember everything that it's very easy to not smile. If you get hired with this airline, you are going to be the face of the airline. You're going to be an unofficial brand ambassador. And trust me, they will remember. Tip number 3 is to dress the part. You can Google, YouTube, or you've been on multiple flights where you know how flight attendants dress. Make sure you dress as if you already have the career. Think about it. For women, flight attendants, their hair is usually pulled back. It's very neat. For both men or women flight attendants, you hardly ever see flight attendants without a wad, especially if you've made it to the face-to-face interview. This is not the time to get too relaxed. Obviously, you want that career. You wouldn't be at the face-to-face without it. If there's an airline specifically that you want to work for, make sure you do your research on that particular airline to make sure you really fit the look that they have for their culture. Number 2 tip for you is during your face-to-face interview, please make sure that you answer each question. What I mean is sometimes interviewers can ask you a question, but there's really 3 questions in one. Let me just give you an example. And this is really for any company, but let me just give you an example. What if they ask you, name a time when, and they give you a scenario, but then they also say, how did you handle it and what was the outcome? Don't just name a time when and forget to answer the other 2 questions, or don't just answer 2 and there was really a 3rd part to that as well. Make sure whatever they ask you, even if you need to reiterate what they said and then add your answer in, make sure you're answering everything. You don't want to leave anything out. They're asking for a reason. They're looking for the answer to each question that they've asked you. So don't get tripped up on that. You've come too far to get tricked up on that. So just make sure you answer each question. All right, y'all, and my number 1 tip, my number 1 piece of advice for your face-to-face interview is to let your personality shine through. Please do. We are not robots. You have to be professional, of course, but we're not robots. Don't be scared to let your personality shine through. They want to know who you are as a person. If you hear more than one time, you're such an empath, you're such a light, you're so nurturing. 10 times out of 10, that's the type of person you are. Y'all, those are my 5 tips for your face-to-face interview. I do want to go ahead and just throw in, I don't know if it's a tip. Yeah, I guess it is a tip. This can be applied to any area of your life. It doesn't have to be because you want to become a flight attendant. You are 100% responsible for your energy. And I just want to reiterate that because when you're a flight attendant, you are experiencing hundreds of people a day. So you really have to remember that energy is contagious. It's a balancing act of you having a good personality and being a light to other people, but at the same time, you have to balance out letting negativity just roll off of you without taking it personal. It's a tough job. That can be tough, but it can be very rewarding, especially when someone tells you, or multiple passengers tell you, that you were a light to them, or they were having a crappy day, but you made their day better. Things like that make me just, I love my job. When people tell me you made me feel good, or you made me feel happy, that's not a little thing. And you just want to make sure that you try to be a light in someone's life. For example, have you ever been in a Starbucks drive-thru? And I say Starbucks, but it could be any drive-thru, any coffee drive-thru. I say Starbucks because Starbucks is bae. But have you ever been in a Starbucks drive-thru and the person in front of you bought your coffee? Do you remember how good you felt? It wasn't that you couldn't afford your own coffee. It's the gesture that you loved. It's the kindness that you loved. And then what usually happens in that case? You end up buying the person's coffee in back of you, and usually it's a domino effect, and it is like, it's the best feeling ever. So think of how that made you feel, like a situation like that, and just realize that when you become a flight attendant, you have that ability to give passengers that same kind of feeling that you got when someone bought your coffee. You know, I mean, you're not buying people's coffee, but it's that same feeling, going above and beyond. The kindness, it's the kindness that they will remember, and they'll be like, you know what? I love this airline. I had this flight attendant. They were amazing. They were just so kind and genuine. And they will remember that, and they will come back to our airline because of how you treated them. And so anyway, I just want to say that best of luck to everyone that's interviewing. Please let me know how your interview went below. Let me know if you're joining my company. If not, let me know in the comments below what airline you're joining. And if there's any other questions, flight attendant related, flight attendant position related, that I can answer for you, please let me know. I hope to see you in the skies with me. If not, I hope to see you in passing in the airports. I love y'all. Thank you so much for the support, especially y'all that continuously support me and always leave comments. It means so much to me. Speaking of kindness and leaving a mark on people, it means so much to me. Thank you for your continuous support, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.